It's conceivable that Michael Ilesanmi from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, will go back to Angela Deem after experiencing some difficulties in the U.S. or for personal benefit. When the Nigerian man initially connected with Angela on Facebook, he was in his late 20s. Despite Angela's 22-year age difference, Michael was enthralled with her audacious nature and set his sights on creating the ideal future with her. Regretfully, Michael's desires were not fulfilled. He discovered that Angela wasn't the sensible, experienced lady he had imagined when they first started dating. Instead, she was a prickly woman who enjoyed showing off her power over him. Despite all the warning signs, Michael persisted in his dating of Angela. Every time they met in Nigeria, he let her run him over and treated her like a queen. Michael eventually became weary of Angela's shenanigans. In 2022, he started seeking love elsewhere and was apprehended. The news that Michael had confessed his love to another woman devastated Angela. She persisted in her love despite this. Having spent more than 5 years in her marriage, Angela was determined to keep fighting for it. In the end, she decided to enroll in the first season of 90 Day, the last resort in an attempt to resolve their marital issues or file for divorce. Remarkably, the treatment was effective. Angela realized how her relationship was harmed by Michael's fiery temper as he began to be more forthright and honest with her. By the season's end, Michael had won back Angela's confidence, and she had torn up the divorce decree, indicating that she was prepared to give her husband another opportunity to win her over. Even after receiving a lot of therapy, Michael and Angela's relationship started to deteriorate once more. With a fresh set of issues, the pair returned to 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8. Because Michael was the administrator of the dubious Paradise Men WhatsApp group, which purportedly linked American women to Nigerian men, Angela believed he was con artist. After the whole Paradise Men incident, she even got in touch with an immigration attorney to see if she should continue living with Michael. But she paid attention to her intuition. When Michael's spousal visa was approved, Angela welcomed him to the country despite her misgivings about him. She mistrusted his intentions, but she hoped he'd be eager to have a family with her. Michael left Angela early in 2024, having just known her for a few months. He took back his freedom and crushed her heart. The majority of viewers believe Michael and Angela are no longer together. There are still a few reasons, though, why they might make up one day. Realistically speaking, the couple's marital problems aren't that serious, thus they might reconcile. Angela lacks faith in Michael and has a short fuse. She did, however, demonstrate her willingness to change when she joined 90 Day, the last resort in 2023. And Michael is not a con artist. All he wants is to live a happy life, and as long as Angela changes her mindset, that is achievable. If Angela forgives him, Michael might also make amends with her. Her husband's treachery has caused her great pain. But 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Really, Season 8 tell all demonstrates that Michael's resentment towards Angela has lessened, indicating that he still thinks highly of her. Angela might eventually start to see things from Michael's point of view. She may be able to forgive him if she uses self-introspection to help her understand that he didn't con her, and instead chose a quiet life. Michael had previously gotten away with far worse things from Angela. So if her spouse wants to come back to her, she can do it again. If Angela could be a more understanding, patient, and supportive wife, Michael would come running back to her. Once Michael understands the truth of the matter, he could wish to make amends with Angela. He's currently happy and single, believing that the new people he met in America will support him no matter what. But before long, he'll come to the conclusion that he'll never have someone as reliable as Angela again. She not only gave Michael years' worth of financial support, but she also showed him nothing but affection. To show her support for Michael, Angela went over and beyond, even getting into a fight with her daughter Skyla. It is improbable that Michael would find another woman to be as kind to him. In the upcoming months, the hero of the 90-day fiancé franchise will get a reality check, which might encourage him to make amends with Angela. Michael might make amends with Angela in order to advance both personally and professionally. Michael's wife gave him free money, so he didn't need to work when he was in his hometown. Angela took care of his bills, so he wouldn't have to worry about money. Michael is currently a recent immigrant to the country without a reliable work. For the time being, he's doing fine, but it won't take long for him to realize that his previous arrangement worked better. He may feel pressured to go back to Angela in the hopes of leading a carefree life once more, because he will need to work hard to make a living in the U.S. Michael likes clout and wants to feel like a celebrity, as seen by his prior actions. He shares his wife's hunger for power. Sadly, Michael was never able to live the life of a king on his own and generate a passive income. He lacks the charisma and gregarious nature necessary to make a solo appearance in 90 Day, the single life. The network will only take him on if he and Angela make a strong acting team. Michael might therefore ultimately choose to make amends with Angela. Like him, he understands Angela would like to remain on television, so that he may reunite with her in order to get greater notoriety and financial gain. Michael stated in an interview with ET that one of his long-term objectives is to use his fame to realize the American dream. After spending so much time in a loveless marriage to Angela, Michael wants to succeed as a man in the United States. He had been discussing using his notoriety from reality TV to generate passive money. Additionally, he is relishing the attention he receives from supporters on social media. Unfortunately, Michael is unaware that his boring and uninspiring social media posts and unenthusiastic demeanor will cause viewers of the 90-Day Fiancé franchise to forget him in a matter of months. He'll come to see that his turbulent relationship with Angela, not his inherent qualities, are what made him popular for a brief period of time. Once his followers move on from him, Michael will face a reality check that might motivate him to go back to Angela. He slept on the couch in the living room and didn't respond to her, allowing her to sleep soundly in the bedroom. Even though Michael's ex-partner frequently screamed in his face, he remained respectful of her despite their lack of affection. It's difficult to dispute Michael and Angela's past intense love. Michael even stayed with her for almost 7 years, even though he had doubts about his ability to obtain a spousal visa. After a while and a few disappointments in the U.S., Michael can gradually rekindle his affections for Angela and start to recall all of her good qualities. If it were to benefit his other relationships, Michael might wish to reconcile with Angela. He not only grew close to his wife over the years, but also to her friends and relatives. Michael is more of a father figure to Angela's 6 grandchildren than he is to Skyla. According to ET, despite the fact that he thinks the kids are a little too talkative, Michael has expressed a wish to communicate with them. Michael expressed in the interview how much he loves and misses Angela's grandchildren. He might therefore feel guilty about leaving Angela and hurting her grandchildren's feelings. Happily ever after for the 90-Day Fiancé. To make it up to the family's younger members, the celebrity might wish to briefly rekindle their friendship with Angela.